600 women missing, now there's more. They were reported missing, but the law of the country ignored.
Abojo, my name is Mary Pheasant. I'm the shelter manager here at Naandwechige-Gamig Shelter for victims of family violence in Wikwamkong. We're pleased to be taking part in having an activity, virtual activity for honoring our missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls for October 4th, 2020. Last year we had a conference that was hosted by the Community Wellness Program, and they are based here at the shelter. So because of COVID, this year we have to do a virtual presentation. We will have a sacred fire that the community members can come to on Sunday at the shelter grounds from 10 till noon, sorry. And the community is invited to come pray and offer sema. And we will just ask everyone to wear their masks and practice social distancing. We will have this fire going so that we can remember our Indigenous sisters. And for myself, I also always remember the men and our brothers who are also missing and murdered. We will be having a construction beginning for our commemorative garden for murdered and missing Indigenous women and men out here on the shelter grounds, and I will be inviting all community members that would like to take part when we break ground for the gardens. We'll be announcing that later, and also planning how we're going to do it, what we should have on the plaque, and some other events, activities. So on Sunday we will also be passing out the Missing Faces project, the nameless, faceless dolls. We'll be asking community members who come on Sunday if they would like to take a package and put the doll together and bring the doll back before the end of October. We'll put reminders on Facebook and TV5 because we'd like to do a mural for November. And November is Family Violence Month, so we have activities going on all through the month, virtual presentations. But we'd also like to make the mural for that month. So that's where we would like to place the dolls. And we also have a postcard that we'll have available here on Sunday to hand out. And on there we have safety tips. And on the back of the postcard we have the red jingle dress. And we have positive affirmations listed here. And these were taken from the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women tree. This tree was created last year at the conference that we had here in the community. So we took some sayings and put them onto the dress. And it's a beautiful dress. So this is some of the things we're doing. And I welcome everyone to this presentation. And just if you need to talk about something, or if something triggers you, come to the sacred fire on Sunday and put your sema down, and reach out to someone if you need to talk. Miigwech.
Hi, my name is Jocko. I'm a child and youth care worker here at Naandwechige-Gamig Shelter. Today I'd like to bring some awareness to you about the missing murdered Indigenous women and girls, and also to touch on the program we have here called the 3 Lodges with Naandwechige-Gamig. So we begin with the first lodge, which is the Lodge of our past. This lodge here is important to us because it's part of us. It's who we are, and we carry it with us. And this Lodge of the past, regarding this very heavy issue, we remember our mothers, our aunties, our sisters, our grandmothers. We remember all our loved ones, our friends. We remember them, and we carry that grief with us. And it follows us into the next lodge, which is present, the present lodge. The present lodge is what we carry now with us, what's with us now, the teachings we have now, But that also includes like the understanding of what the past lodge is. So if we understand the past lodges, there's a lot of hurt and pain. It's still present with us in the lodge that we are currently in. So at Nokmisnang, we talk about how these two lodges are very connected, and how as long as you can make these connections and acknowledge the past, we could heal for right now. And it guides us towards the third lodge, which is the lodge of visions. This lodge is our visions for the future, our hopes, our dreams. So in this issue here, I could say with my hopes and dreams is that I want to know they're home now. They're bringing them back. Their spirits are well. The community is safe. Like you put in all these good things in that future lodge, and that's what you work towards. You have to walk that way. So in the three lodges here with Nokmisnang, we do this here with our residents, and we spend time in the first lodge. We spend time in the present lodge, and we help them get to the third lodge. These lodges are always with us. We always carry them. They're always a part of us. So with that, I hope that we can come together as a community, as a nation, as a whole, and we can work together, heal each other, raise each other up. And Chimigwech for your time today. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
About 5 years ago, I was at the Wiki powwow, and then I went home and I was listening to the news, and they were interviewing the Prime Minister at the time, and they were asking him about what they're going to do about missing and murdered women. And the answer was basically that they didn't have the time or the resources to dedicate to finding these missing and murdered women. And that a lot of them weren't missing, they were running away from abusive relationships. And that really hit me in the heart. And that night I went to bed, and I kept waking up almost every hour, and that entered my mind. And finally around 4 a.m. I decided to write the song, and I took my guitar and I started playing it. And it took about 15-20 minutes to write the song. And after that, I worked on it to get a better flow out of it, because the first versions were sort of in anger, I guess, and sadness. So I worked on it, and then I called a friend of mine, his name is Gary Williams from Curve Lake, because I know he had recorded some CDs. So I asked him if he can help me with it. He said, yeah, sure, come on down. At first I heard that there was 600, that's what I used to hear. And then that number grew. So the song is written in that manner, where it says 600 missing women, and now there's more. And they were reported missing, but the law in the country didn't want to do anything about it. So I want to say shame on the nation for not caring. And when all the mothers and the fathers and the families were asking to find their daughters and bring them home, so they just could have some sort of closure. And I wanted to do something to help this cause. So these groups were taking the CD and going to powwows, and they would get the MC to play it, And while they played it, they danced around the arbor.
They were reported missing, but the law of the country ignored. It seemed it didn't matter. It's like they never lived. Their loved ones kept asking, can you find our daughters? Don't you know she's someone's daughter, sister to